Alrighty boys, welcome back to another episode of the Atletico Madrid career mode. Yes, we're starting over. What the hell do I mean? Well, I noticed I screwed up and I didn't include playing the Champions League in the first season, so we're starting over. No big deal since I hadn't done anything in the other save, but our group for the American Challenge Cup, the preseason tournament, did change a little bit, and here is the draw we got for the Champions League. FC Bayern, Galatasaray, and AS Monaco. What a group. That's going to be tough getting out of that group. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it, baby. So we are going to play Champions League in the first season. We just started over. I mean, no big deal. Nothing had been done in the last save. Anyways, our short list. We said we needed a right back, a CM, and a right mid. Here we are. This is what we acquired from your suggestions, from your comments. Serge Aurier, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing him right. Fabinho, two right backs that I'm looking at. Ruben Neves as a CM/CDM. Gökhan Töre. We have Verratti, which I'm not going to bid for him anymore. I mean, he's just way too expensive. It was just kind of a joke. Lucas Romero, this guy, I discovered him from Vélez, a young, Argentine prospect. Yuri Tielemans. Pretty much everyone knows about this guy. So I'm extremely skeptical about even trying to sign this guy, because I think you're going to be seeing him all through. You saw him all throughout last year's career mode. You're going to see him all throughout this. Everyone knows he's probably the best talent in the game. So I'm not sure if I'm going to sign Tielemans, just because you're going to see him everywhere, and I kind of don't, it's kind of cheesy. Julian Brandt, a interesting left mid / right mid as well. Carlos Vela, man. This guy, he's going to be very expensive. We look to sign him, but so is Gökhan Töre. So we might spend big bucks on Carlos Vela, on Gökhan Töre, on a starting right mid. Anyways, Irving Lozano is another interesting prospect we're looking at for left mid / left wing. He should be cheap, so I'm definitely going to try to sign him and further develop him here in Atletico Madrid. So we start the negotiations, and obviously I start lowballing these players. I'm fully aware that they're not going to let him go for anything close to 5 million, for example. I mean, there's no way. Ruben Neves, though, on the other hand, 3.2 million. I'm not going to show you how I started every single negotiation. I am going to skip through some because, I know they're not going to accept these. 4 million for Irving Lozano. Jesus, I can't speak. Real Sociedad obviously is asking for way more than what I offered for Carlos Vela. 12 million is what they want for Lucas Romero, the CDM from Vélez, the young Argentine talent. Besiktas is obviously asking for more for Gökhan Töre. I'm expecting to spend a lot of money on, my right mid. Either Carlos Vela or Gökhan Töre. 24 million is what we're upping the offer for Carlos Vela. He's Real Sociedad's, best talent pretty much. He's their highest paid player, so they're not going to let him go for cheap, but I really want him in the team. Either him or Gökhan Töre. It's either or. Probably can't afford both, but there's no point in having both. We have very, very good young talents that will eventually start in this Atletico Madrid squad. So here we are. Gökhan Töre, we had initially offered 8 million, which is obviously way, way too little. 13 mil, it still seems like very, very low for Gökhan Töre. And here we are with Tielemans. Now, I said I was skeptical, and I still am, and I don't feel I'm going to sign Tielemans because, more and more, you just hear everyone, wants him in career modes and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's too mainstream, if that makes sense. Like, you'll see him all year. You saw him all last year. You hear about him. Everyone knows about him. So there's nothing really special about signing him anymore. I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, Pachuca accepts the $4 million offer that we made for the young left winger, Irving Lozano. So it's not for sure we're going to sign him, but 4 million, that's extremely cheap. We're still going to see how the whole Julian Brandt negotiations, develop with Bayer Leverkusen, but 4 million, that's pretty good. So the first preseason game against LA Galaxy in the American Cup preseason tournament. Look at that. We're having to improvise on defense with Savic and the young center back Hernandez. He's French, I believe, because our two starting center backs, Godin and Jimenez, are out playing with Uruguay on international duties. Jackson Martinez is out, but other than that, we have the starting squad right here, the squad that we're gonna play the league with, the Champions League, everything like that. This is it, man. We have Griezmann, we have Gabi. Here's Luciano Vieto in the place of Jackson, Luciano, and then Griezmann. What is the goalkeeper doing there? I don't know what he was doing. But anyways, we got extremely close to scoring. This game, we were dominating possession. Then LA Galaxy had a great chance right there in the 30th minute, 35th minute, around there. Eventually they took the ball from us in the first half, but believe me, we were dominating them in possession for the most part. Then right here in the 48th minute, a nice passing sequence, Felipe Luis. And then Vieto was standing offsides. We got close to scoring right there. 50th minute, Griezmann putting the moves. The defender tackles his teammate. What is he doing, baby? He's giving us a hand. Oh my goodness, what was that? They're tackling each other over here in LA Galaxy. 59th minute, Griezmann with a great pass to Luciano Vieto. Vieto returns the favor, and Griezmann with the first goal of the preseason, first goal of this career mode. That was an extremely risky pass from Luciano Vieto. I thought he could have finished, but I don't know why we decided to go back to Griezmann. Look at it once. It goes through a defender's legs, man. I mean, that pass shouldn't have gone through. We got extremely lucky right there, but I'll take it. I'm not even going to question it. Griezmann 1-0 over LA Galaxy. Then it was time for substitutions. Look at our bench, man. We have Angel Correa. We have Lino Torres. We have Yannick Ferreira, a very interesting, very talented left mid to come in for Koke. But right here, I mean, this is a little bit of showcase of defense. I usually don't show a lot of defensive plays, especially now in FIFA 16. I'm not expecting many because it's tough to defend, man. Right now, it's tough to take the damn ball, the possession from the computer, from the AI. But we managed to somewhat do it in this game. 8 shots, 3 on target, 51% possession on our first win here in the preseason tournament. So I was happy about that win. Not very happy that we only scored 1 goal, but hey, that'll get better with time. So 7.6 mil is what they're asking for. Vélez is asking for Lucas Romero, the CM from Vélez. Besiktas wants more for Gökhan Töre, more than 13 million, I believe that is what we offered. Obviously, Serge Aurier, I mean, they're not going to let him go for cheap. So they want a lot more. These players are way too valuable to their teams for them to let them go for very little. So they want between 25 and 29. I'm offering 20. Maybe they'll let them go for a discount. Julian Brandt, we're having to up the offer to 7.4 mil. So it's between Irving Lozano and Julian Brandt. Irving is going to cost us 4. Julian Brandt is going to cost us 7.4 or more. So we completely rejected an offer for Griezmann. We're not letting go of Griezmann or any of the stars pretty much. Obviously, Real Sociedad wants more for Carlos Vela. And at that point, I said, no way. There's no way I'm going to offer, 30 million for Carlos Vela. That's how I felt then. But to be honest with you, I realized it's between Carlos Vela and Gökhan Töre. We're going to have to offer around the same for both. Around 20-something million for Gökhan Töre and around 30 million for Carlos Vela. But I really want either or, so I'm going to have to spend the money. It's going to be our splash signing of the season. So there's a link in the description. Vote who you think should be the new right mid here at Atletico Madrid. Who should we bring, Vela or Gökhan Töre? Let me know, because man, I'm not sure, man. I really want both of them. They're both very good at what they do. They're both amazing players, but I don't know which one I want more. So hey man, it's time for the second preseason game, and this one is a little bit tougher than the first one. We went against LA Galaxy. This time we're going up against Borussia Dortmund with Adrian Ramos, with Gundogan, with a bunch of players that are dangerous, in other words. I mean, this one is not going to be as easy as the first one. Even the first one wasn't even easy. We only won 1-0, but right here in the 35th minute, I love this play right here. Griezmann looking for Luciano Vieto, back post, and the goalkeeper with a great stop. If he didn't stop that, if he didn't cut that cross, that would have for sure ended up as a goal in the back of the net. Right here, Thiago. We get close to scoring after a defensive error from Borussia Dortmund. And it wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy to beat them in possession, 41%. I mean, obviously now we're facing against a team more to our level. It was tougher. But right here, look at this passing sequence. Beautiful one-touch football. Griezmann to Torres. Oliver Torres with our second goal of the preseason, first of this match. We're defeating Borussia Dortmund. I love this play, man. It was just one-touch football. Everyone was sharing the ball. Everyone was moving, passing, and just if we play like that, everything gets easier. If everyone moves to a space that is not covered by a defender, I mean, it just gets so much easier. We did it brilliantly right there. But right here, Borussia Dortmund doing just what I was talking about, passing the ball beautifully, and they got close to scoring in that 78th minute. Thankfully, they missed their chance, and we win the second preseason game here in the American Challenge Cup, whatever it's called. 1-0 once again. We're not really flexing our offensive muscles by only scoring 1 goal, but hey, we're flexing our defensive muscles. We're keeping the clean sheet, so that has to make me somewhat happy. So, our CM dilemma. Ruben Neves, Porto won 7.5. And then on the other hand, Vélez won 7.6 for this guy, Lucas Romero. So it's between Neves and Romero. We have Lucas in the bag. We pretty much have Neves in the bag as well. Here we are. Neves wins a lot less in wages than Lucas Romero. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards Ruben Neves. He also seems like a little bit better of a prospect. We'll just have to wait and see. We have Irving Lozano, this transfer ready to go. He wins, he wants 80 in 4 years. I'm offering him 70. We'll see if he accepts this. He is going to play. He is going to be an important part of this team. So back to what was really concerning me. Gökhan Töre or Carlos Vela. We're going to spend a lot of money on either one. And how are we going to pull this off? Because we still need a right back. Guys, I got an idea. Since we're not trying to replace Juan Fran, why not just recall this very interesting right back, 21-year-old, 72 overall, Javier Manquillo. He's on loan at Marseille. We can call him back for cheap. I mean, 420,000. It's not very, very cheap, but it's not super expensive. So we can call this guy back and save tons on, over 10 million that we're trying to spend on Fabinho, on Aurier. I mean, we could save a lot of money. We could sign Carlos Vela, Gökhan Töre, and more players. Because we don't really need a starting right back. I mean, we only need a backup because we don't have another one. So I'm really contemplating on bringing back Javier Manquillo and saving that money, being able to spend on Carlos Vela or Gökhan Töre. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Vote who you want to see in Atletico, Carlos Vela or Gökhan Töre. Straw poll in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Likes greatly appreciated. Let's see if we can hit 300 likes, man. That would make my day, honestly. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.